Are you looking to sell a certain skill, passion, talent, knowledge, or expertise? Maybe you're already a freelancer. You work in web design or content creation, or a coach and you want more buyers. Or maybe you haven't started yet, held back by too much doubt and fear. Whether you want to top up your income from your regular job, test the waters before taking a plunge into a new career, or dive headfirst into a new business, your skill set is valuable. Much more valuable than you may think. Maybe you're not making the most of your skills. You don't know how to find prospective buyers who would be interested in what you can do, or how to showcase your skills, or how to go about billing, or go about registering as a business, or manage buyer relationships, or get paid, via which platform. If you did things the traditional way, you would have to knock on doors, go from company to company, have a knack for sales, or the right technical skills to set up your own website where you can promote your work or services. You have to be able to do everything. That means customer management, advertising, invoicing, chasing up unpaid bills, creating a website, running web server maintenance, and much more. Of course, there's nothing stopping you from doing it, especially if you're well established as a registered business or self-employed, selling and communicating via different channels. But there is a very real alternative that is innovative and very effective for those who can use it to their advantage. ComeUp. ComeUp is a leading open access platform for online services that put sellers and buyers in direct contact with each other. On ComeUp, it takes just a few minutes to post your service, whatever your field, as long as your service is exclusively digital. Everything takes place purely online. Nothing is physically delivered or even carried out at the buyer's address. For example, you can offer to write an article, draw a portrait, edit a video, create a logo, set up a website, host an online coaching session, write an ebook for delicious recipes, do background and literature research, give virtual assistance for managing emails, record an audiobook on self-improvement, run a social media campaign. In short, possibilities are countless, if not endless. So what are the requirements to sell your service via ComeUp? You have to be 18. That's all. You can sign up as a seller on ComeUp right now and get selling in just a few hours. You can start selling via ComeUp for free, even without being a registered business or self-employed. Once you get a regular flow of business coming in, it's then a good time to go professional and benefit from one of the subscriptions that will help you take things further. If you already have a well-established business, ComeUp can be a great springboard to boost your sales. Depending on what you offer and the subscription package you have, you can choose to set your starting rate at $5, $10, or even $500. You can even add options to increase the average order price. A great strategy to boost your orders is to have a very appealing base price to pull in prospective clients. Then use the service description outline to upsell options that better suit your buyer's needs. Today, any pricing strategy is possible, depending on whether you are just starting out or an expert in one of the many areas found on the platform: graphic design, writing, audiovisual services, website design and development, social media, business, training and coaching, everyday life. With such a vast range on offer, ComeUp attracts a client base of businesses and individuals. For unusual digital gift ideas, like a personalized character or a video game, you can find just about anything on ComeUp.com, starting at just $5 for the simplest of offers. However, to meet the needs of more demanding buyers and more ambitious service providers, there are new pricing options to help boost the average purchase order. More and more freelancers are seeing exciting results thanks to ComeUp. As for the buyers, there is something for everyone on ComeUp. There are those with a very small budget and not necessarily looking for an expert, but rather someone who is very good at what they do with a serious work ethic. There are also more demanding buyers who are willing to pay more for a professional service. Buyers and sellers alike have been reassured by the support they get, the payment system, the accessibility, the responsiveness of customer service, the diverse offers, reliable service, simple system, and enticing starting. In fact, in 2022, sellers received nearly $11 million in sales via ComeUp, a figure that is constantly on the rise every month. Unlike a more traditional system, sellers on ComeUp.com don't necessarily have to deal with client prospecting, advertising, quotes, negotiations, delivery systems, chasing up bills, producing invoices, or securing payments. This means more time for you to focus on your work. Instead of you having to spend much of your precious time prospecting and canvassing new buyers, here the buyers come to you, thanks to your clearly defined and unique service offering. ComeUp is very easy to use and offers a secure environment for both parties. Both buyers and sellers are well regarded, listened to, and defended. There is a mediation process should there be a dispute, and all transactions are secured by a trusted third party. Payment is therefore processed the moment work is completed. There are already thousands of sellers making a living or just topping up their regular income thanks to ComeUp. It's now your turn to get on board. What is the best way to start with ComeUp? You can post your first services for free to start earning additional income as you begin selling your services. Follow our advice so you don't rush things. When you post your service, you will be given a new badge to indicate that you only recently joined ComeUp. It explains why you don't yet have a rating. While it is an important part of reassuring prospective clients, it's not the be-all and end-all. The most important factor in getting a first sale and ensuring there are more to come is what you offer. But what's even more is the way you present both your service and your seller profile. As for what you are offering, try coming up with a niche service with little competition, which probably means less demand, so fewer sales, is still enough to earn a little extra on the side and find an audience. You can also offer a service that is much more sought after, but stand out by bringing something different to the table. A slightly different approach, additional options, or a unique identity. Whatever the case, you mustn't neglect how you present yourself. This is even more important when your service hasn't yet received any comments. Imagine a new buyer finding your listing. How do you convince them to be the first to take the plunge? Maybe they're new to ComeUp. Maybe they're not comfortable buying a service online. Everything in how you present your service must reassure your prospective client and convince them that they're making the right choice. Imagine yourself as being an item on a shelf at the supermarket. Would you buy something with a very basic description that poorly describes what it is, doesn't indicate the ingredients, and has ugly mainstream packaging? Probably not. The same goes for your service. It has to be comprehensive, reassuring, and to the point. Like any product, it must clearly describe the offer, say what it includes, including the various options, and demonstrate the benefits for the buyer. You must also work on your image. That is achieved mainly by your seller profile on ComeUp. Buyers can access your profile by clicking your profile picture or seller name that appears under the main title of your service. It also appears to the right of the description, just above an excerpt of your bio, as well as some key stats we'll talk about a little later. Let's start from the beginning. How do you become a seller on ComeUp? The easiest way is to sign up via the website by choosing Sign Up in the menu bar at the top right. Then select Sales and start selling. You'll be guided on what to do next from there. You will notice that there are two levels of account approval on ComeUp, Seller and Verified Seller level. To reach the Seller level and start selling your service, you need to complete a few steps first. 1. Confirm your email address. This is done simply after signing up by clicking the link found in the confirmation email sent to the email address you provided. 2. Fill out your description on your public profile. This is the bio I mentioned earlier. Your bio is displayed just above your stats on your service page, as well as on your seller profile. Since we are here, let's finish filling out the rest of the seller profile. Remember, it's really important you reassure your buyer, make them want to work with you. So you're better off starting out with a high-quality presentation so your launch will be a success. It all starts with your profile picture. It can be your logo if you are a business, but the most logical and the most reassuring for prospective buyers is to use a good quality photo of you, nicely cropped and well lit. Use a square photo for the best result. There is plenty of easy-to-use cropping software if needed. On Windows 10 and above, you can crop pictures with Windows Photo. With macOS, the Preview app is your best bet. The second image to add is your cover photo. This is the picture that will illustrate the upper part of your seller's profile. It must represent everything your service is about while conveying a bit of your own personality. Below the upload box for your profile pictures, you will find a text box where you can write your bio, where you present yourself as a seller. Really take time and care with this part. It should highlight, without exaggerating, your passion and skills. Visitors who read your bio are clearly interested in one of your services. They need to see how involved and engaged you are in your business. Your bio is like a cover letter. It has to convey how serious you are about providing your services to prospective clients. The bio also outlines your experience with details about your career and your personal interests. The first few lines are crucial, as they're the ones buyers will see next to the description of your service, just under your profile photo. Have your contact details confirmed by ComeUp. For this, you will have to fill out a specific form with more precise information. Are you a seller who is an individual providing one or more services for additional non-regular income? Are you testing the water before taking the plunge and going pro? If you are a business, you will have to state what type of business you run: self-employed, sole trader, company. The legal information about your company is mandatory, as ComeUp will issue billing documents for your buyers based on this information. You must indicate your first and last names, date of birth, nationality, and postal address. Specific documents may be required, depending on your country. Just follow the instructions in the form. There you have it! All you have to do now is submit the information and wait, usually a few hours tops, before reaching the seller level. Don't forget, you will also need to have read the seller's charter and make sure to watch this tutorial right to the end. Once you reach the seller level, you can post your first service online and get paid for your work via Hyperwallet. If you want to become a verified seller, first you'll have to wait until you've completed 10 sales. Then, if you've also signed up for a ComeUp Plus premium plan, you can have your profile picture authenticated. You will also be given a blue tick, like this one, that certifies it is in fact you in the picture, or the logo is indeed your company's logo. But what are the ComeUp Plus plans? They're an important part in getting the most out of what ComeUp has to offer. Let's start out with the basic plan. It is the one everyone has by default. It is 100% free, and ComeUp takes a 20% commission on every sale, which is rather low compared to the fees charged by a lot of other online platforms. You can create up to 6 services with a starting price of $5 up to $100. Services can include up to 10 options each, at no more than $100 per option. To set yourself up for success, we recommend signing up to a ComeUp Plus plan. There are 2 Plus plans: the ComeUp Plus Standard plan at $10 a month, and the ComeUp Plus Premium plan at $40 a month. Both packages give you the power to create an unlimited number of services with an unlimited number of options. The Standard plan gives you the ability to set your base price with a range from $5 to $250, with options up to $250 each. The Premium plan gives you the ability to set your base price within a range from $5 to $1,000, with options to $1,000 each. The main advantage of these packages is that the commission you pay on each transaction is only $1, regardless of the transaction amount. For example, for a sale worth $1,500, you will receive exactly $1,499. ComeUp is the only site that allows you to reduce the commission fees to just $1 per individual sale. And that's not all. Each plan includes a range of marketing tools, detailed statistics and advertising data via Facebook ads and Google ads. You will also benefit from increased visibility on the site. In fact, you get greater visibility with the ComeUp Plus Premium plan. First, because the algorithm that determines the order in which services are displayed within each category accounts for the seller's chosen plan, but also because the premium plan gives you the right to have your profile verified. Verified sellers are advertised on a dedicated page on the homepage, and buyers can also filter their search queries to work only with verified sellers. The badge adds credibility to your profile and reassures prospective buyers. Another advantage of the premium plan is that you can include a recommended option in the service listing. With a single click, buyers can order a plan that includes your basic service plus the recommended option. This is another sales driver that can help you increase your average order by pushing your best-selling, most comprehensive, or even most profitable option. Last but not least, the premium plan means you can use your own formatting. Titles, bold, italics, strike-through, hyperlinks, highlighting, quotation, lists, emojis, and charts, etc. Meaning you can truly showcase your services and packs. If you're motivated and ready to roll up your sleeves to get started quickly, opting for the ComeUp Plus Premium plan is a real game changer. The extra publicity you get and the proven increase in average sales is a key driver to future success. Bear in mind that the first 30 days of the Plus plans are free, and that if you opt for an annual payment, you get 2 months free. Of course, choosing the right plan is only a very small step on the path to success. To be successful, you will also have to present your services in an appealing manner, produce work that is good value for money while maintaining a courteous and professional relationship with your buyers, and more. Our algorithm that determines the order in which sellers are ranked in search results in each category takes into account completed sales, but also seller statistics. These statistics are displayed on each service and in the seller's profile. That way, buyers can quickly get an idea of what to expect. In addition to the quality of presentation and previous reviews, this has an impact on the price you can charge. Statistics showing your professionalism often means you can sell at a higher rate because it reassures prospective buyers. However, it also means that they are probably more willing to accept delays if the rate is much lower than average. The selected statistics are as follows. The average response time. This reflects how long it takes for a seller to respond to an order being placed or an initial message from the buyer. This is an important statistic as buyers like getting a quick reply. And more often than not, if you offer a service that is similar to others, the contract will go to the first seller to get back to the buyer. Acceptance rate. This is the ratio of orders placed compared to those orders accepted for processing. Completion rate. This is the ratio of orders that have been completed after having been accepted. Orders that are canceled by the seller before completion can have a negative impact on the buyer. That's why this statistic weighs much more than the others in determining the rankings. On-time deliveries indicates the percentage of projects completed within the timeframes indicated by the seller when setting up their service and options. All these statistics are calculated over a 6-month period and are displayed once the seller completes their 5th order. They are updated daily and only take into account those orders completed in the last 6 months. Good statistics mean a better ranking, which is mainly based on your overall turnover and number of sales. As for ComeUp Plus subscriptions, the influence they have on your ranking varies according to the plan you have chosen, within a slightly bigger boost going to verified sellers. It makes sense really. Those sellers who are more professional, more involved and more engaged, and whose work is more appreciated, stand out from the crowd. However, all sellers are put on a level playing field since the statistics are based only on the last 6 months. Remember, the boosts and extra weighing you can get from plans are not the be-all end-all. The fundamental goal is to increase the number of orders with a high average order price. To increase prices and sales, ensuring you have a top quality presentation is where it's at. Now that we've taken a look at the seller profile, subscriptions and plans, and statistics, let's take a look at how to present your service. The site walks you through the process step by step. Bear in mind that you're better off using a computer to write your presentation, as the interface is better suited. First things first, the heading. It automatically starts with I will. Right from the outset, you have to be thinking, be effective. Does your heading describe what you do without being too vague? Is it impactful? For example, instead of saying, I will write content, say, I will write a hard-hitting piece for your blog. For the rankings, you can only select one category for your service. The category should be an ideal match for the basic service you provide, excluding options. Make sure you choose the right category. ComeUp moderators will, however, be able to help choose the most suitable category, and once the service has been approved, its category can no longer be changed. On the next page, you set the starting price for your service, the one without any options. You can choose any starting price you wish, anywhere from $5 to $1,000 depending on your chosen plan. You can start low and offer numerous options to increase your prices, or start higher with fewer options. Both methods come with their pros and cons. Then you have to describe your service, and there are 2 ways of going about it. Either you use the 3 text fields by following the guide based on the well-known IDA method. Catch your buyer's attention, make them interested, push them to take action. Here you have tips and instructions that appear on the screen to guide you through the drafting of your description. Or you can use the advanced text editor by checking the box, I'm an expert. The description is the most important part of your service. Really do take your time to write it properly and give your service structure. What service do you provide for the base price? Who are you to provide such a service? What options can you offer to enhance the service and make more money? What added value do these options bring? Carefully craft a text that responds to each of these questions in a way that makes people want to buy, because it shows that your service meets your prospective buyers' needs and is a solution to their problems. Make sure your spelling is faultless. Many visitors to the website are very mindful of such things and will not call in your services if your description is riddled with mistakes. This is even more so the case for people providing text editing and copywriting services. You can always look to other popular services on ComeUp.com to find inspiration, though don't ever plagiarize, as your submitted service will, of course, be refused. Under the description, you then need to indicate the turnaround time for the basic service, excluding options. Don't cut it too fine. Remember how important it is to never miss a deadline. For example, if you offer coaching services, you have to rely on the buyer's availability. A turnaround time of just 1 day may prove to be far too short. You're better off giving yourself more time than you actually need, than pleasing your buyer by delivering ahead of schedule, rather than disappointing them by being late, which may see them, very reasonably, cancel an order you've already started to work on. On the next page, you can add additional options, though no more than what your chosen plan allows. With the ComeUp Plus Premium plan, you can have options up to $1,000 each. You can also select the option you want to mark as recommended. It would be a shame not to choose one, as recommended options tend to boost your average sales. Every seller should ensure their options are clear, easy to understand, and that any buyer can purchase. They must add on to and be directly related to your basic service. You can sort them however you wish. They will appear in the same order on the service page. Last of all, you can specify if an option will require more time. For example, if your basic offer is to produce a 30-second video and requires 4 days production time, an option for a 1-minute video may require an additional 2 days. On the next page, you can choose to offer express delivery. This can apply to your basic service as well as for each option. As long as the turnaround times are longer than 1 day, you can select Express Delivery and use the drop-down menus to indicate how much faster the delivery will be and how much it will cost. To take the example from before, if you wish, you could indicate a turnaround time of 3 days instead of 4 for a 30-second video by selecting -1 day from the drop-down list for an additional cost of $30. You can also offer faster delivery for the chosen option, 1 day faster for an extra fee, or let's say $15. All in all, it means it would take 4 days instead of 6 for an additional $45 on top of the base price, should the buyer be in a hurry. On the next page, there is another point that shouldn't be overlooked. You can provide specific instructions the buyer will automatically receive once their order has been placed. If you design logos, don't say, "Tell me what you need." Be more specific. For example, "Hello, thank you for your order. To start working on your logo, I need to know your brand's name and color palette, examples of logos you like, your visual identity, and a description." We strongly advise using the automatic instructions and thinking carefully about what you include and the information you need to start work. With clear and detailed instructions, the buyer can respond more effectively with the right information, so you can then confirm the order. Neglecting this point tends to give rise to unpleasant situations, canceled orders, and a lot of wasted time. It is very important to you only confirm the order when you have all the information you need to start your work. When you confirm an order, you are also indicating that you have everything you need to get the job done. Not having all your buyer's instructions will inevitably lead to delays and other major issues. Last of all, on the next page, you have the gallery of images to advertise and promote your service. It is extremely important, especially the main image that will appear at the top of your page. It will appear alongside other services, so it must make people want to click on it. It is much more visible than the heading, and it's the first thing related to your service people will see. If you don't get it right, not many people are going to check out your service, and that means fewer sales. So, if you're just going to Google an image that is meant to represent your service, you've missed the point entirely. Not only is it illegal, as a lot of images are rarely royalty-free, and you can't use them for your business however you want. But above all, it won't help you promote your service in an appealing way. You're better off using a royalty-free image or even your own photos that you can then crop and edit using ComeUp's built-in online image editor. It covers everything you need to create great visuals. Take the time to make an impactful profile picture that really suits your tastes, not something slapped together that will only lower the number of visits you get as well as your conversion rate. Again, if graphic design isn't your forte, look at the similarities between the thumbnails used for popular services. This will help you understand their appeal to inspire you in making your own image, but no copying. Graphic design experts can import images made using their own software. You also have the option of adding a few extra images to show examples of your work or give a more precise illustration of what you are selling. Last of all, depending on what service you provide, adding a presentation video can be a big plus. It's even an absolute must if you're a video editor or voiceover artist. It wouldn't be very convincing if you say you offer multimedia skills without actually showing them off. Then again, other types of services could also benefit from ComeUp's unique video feature. A quick video introduction of yourself with a well-written script can really help you stand out. Once everything has been completed and you have proofread multiple times to be sure you haven't missed anything, you can submit your service. It then usually takes 12 hours for your listing to be moderated. It is quite likely, and in fact normal, for a listing to be turned down the first time. The team of moderators will then ask you to make some corrections. Because, yes, a real human being reviews your service to make sure that you are offering future buyers a genuine and understandable service. It is a true partnership between sellers and the ComeUp team. So having your service turned down shouldn't be seen as a punishment. If your listing is denied, it's so that you can improve your presentation to have better chances of selling. In any case, you will receive an email confirming that your service has been published online. You're ready to make your first sale! How does the ordering process work? Sometimes buyers may reach out to you before placing an order. To do this, they can use the contact button on your service or profile pages, as long as you haven't disabled it in your settings. It is true that buyers may need clarification, be reassured about certain points, or know that you are in fact available to provide your service. It is then up to you to answer their questions and reassure them about what you can do. It is a crucial step in showing that you are a serious service provider. When a buyer places an order, they pay for it at the same time. They can also add a tip. The tip can be 5 to 20% of the final amount. In fact, 1 in 5 buyers adds a tip to their order, which is definitely worth bearing in mind, especially because the tips are not subject to the site's commission. You get every cent. Payment is then placed in an escrow account by ComeUp and will be released to you when the order is completed. You will then be informed by email and receive a notification on the site that an order has been approved. If necessary, the buyer can provide instructions via the chat box directly attached to their order. You will be able to discuss, exchange information, and even documents if you need. Everything takes place over ComeUp on the order management page. You can even speak directly with the buyer by audio or video call, as long as you have the ComeUp Plus Premium plan and have activated the ComeUp Direct option. The buyer can also easily add an option if need be while the order is still open by selecting it on the left side of the chat box. Once you have finished the job, deliver your work directly via the chat box if it is in a file format such as a text, document, image, compressed folder, and the like. Remember to add a short, polite message and then just click, "I have delivered my order." If the buyer is not completely satisfied with the work you delivered, and depending on the service you offer, they may request a revision. If not, all they have to do is confirm delivery and leave a review to finish the process. As soon as the buyer changes the order status to completed, or after 7 days following the delivery should the buyer not respond, the sum of money paid for the service, minus the website's commission, is immediately placed in your ComeUp wallet. You can use the funds to purchase other services at no extra fee, or have them transferred to your HyperWallet account and then wired to your bank account, Venmo, direct debit, or PayPal depending on your country and preferences. Now you know all there is to know about becoming a seller on ComeUp, creating a service page, the ComeUp Plus plans, and placing an order. It's now up to you to take your first steps and join the ComeUp community. Create your first service on ComeUp and make the most of what the website has to offer to see how there are so many ways to earn regular income. To learn more, try out the tutorial on how to boost sales with ComeUp. You'll learn how to organize yourself effectively, how to be sure you meet your buyers' expectations for better chances at getting a good review, how to make a name for yourself within the ComeUp community, especially through the seller page and Discord channels, how to get your service thumbnail just right, and plenty of tips on how to sell more at a higher rate. We wish you the best of luck as you start off on your ComeUp journey.